You have all this Aaron Rodgers news coming out, and your move was to take a developmental project cornerback in the first round. If you guys haven't been able to figure out why Aaron Rodgers is mad at the front office, this should have sold it to you. If Jordan Love didn't sell it to you last year, this year should have sold it to you, because it's clear they don't care about getting Aaron Rodgers weapons. They don't care about making his life easier. They look at it as, we have Aaron Rodgers, let's do whatever we want with the rest of the team, and we'll get back to the conference championship game. That's how they're looking at this, and that is a ignorant way for a front office to look at this, and that's why I'm not upset. There's people out there who are giving Aaron Rodgers crap about it. No, he's absolutely in the right here. Look at all the quarterbacks now. Tom Brady goes to Tampa Bay. Look at the weapons that he has. Look what they've done for him since then. I want Antonio Brown. Okay, you have him. I want Rob Gronkowski. Okay, you can have him too. I want Leonard Fournette. All right, here you go. I want a veteran running back who I can trust catching the ball out of the backfield. Well, here's Giovanni Bernard. They do everything he asks for. The Packers don't. Packers don't. And that's basically what it comes down to. Before we get to the rest of it, Adam, I just want to hear your thoughts, in generally speaking, about the Packers draft this year.
Like you said, it's in terms, it's like really close with New Orleans. I don't think it's quite as bad. Josh Myers, I didn't think was as bad of a reach, although I didn't really think that center was that big of a need for them either. And then in the back of the round, I think Kylan Hill in the 7th was really good value. Past that, there's some, other guys late in the draft that were about, in line with where they should have gone, but not necessarily super great value picks. I don't love Amari Rodgers in the 3rd, but I get it because as you were kind of getting at with the Buccaneers, Tom Brady might have 5 or 6 receivers better than anyone on the Packers other than Davante Adams. Like, that's ignorant. Like, there will be receivers dropped from the Buccaneers that are better than the wide receiver 2 on the Packers, and that's not okay.
100%. You have Mike Evans. You have Antonio Brown. You have Chris Godwin. Then you have Scotty Miller. Let's not forget about that. Then you have Tyler Johnson, who had that big game, for him last year. They have weapons everywhere. You still have 3 tight ends. O.J. Howard comes back. You still have Gronk. Cameron Brate continues to take pay cuts so he can stay on the roster. It's insane when you compare the two, and I think that's a big reason why Aaron Rodgers. Now, Amari Rodgers, you bring him up. And that's, yes. As far as his NFL draft value in the 3rd round, pitiful, because that's not where he belonged. This is a guy graded 5th, 6th round, has some nice skill sets to his game, has some promising potential, wasn't meant to be in the 3rd round. That's the NFL side of it. Let's talk about the fantasy side of it in the scenario he comes into, given the rest of the Green Bay wide receiver core. Go ahead.
Yeah, I bash the value, but I actually do really like the fit with Aaron Rodgers if Aaron does come back. Because one of the things on film that I really loved about him, I was like, too small to really play on the outside, so he's got to be a slot. Not the athlete that you would want in the slot, especially with, like, there were a lot of really great slot receivers in this draft, and, on and on and on. But I thought the way he tracked the ball in the air, like if the ball was high, like I thought he did very, very well on that. And he's someone who you'd have to be creative with it, obviously, because you can't line him up on the outside. But he could be someone that could do that back shoulder fade that everyone's always loved Aaron for, because I do think he tracks the ball really well in the air. And really, that's all I got. Landing spot's great because, once again, this receiver group is not much of anything past Davante Adams. And if Aaron leaves, Davante, I think, is out pretty much immediately after, unless they start throwing the tag on him. So he could jump into quite a bit of fantasy value rather quick, whether Aaron stays or not. Because if Aaron stays, then receivers will get elevated on this offense. And if Aaron leaves, he could end up as the best receiver on the offense in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, it might just be after this season because from what Davante Adams is saying, to your point, they can franchise tag him. They can still pretty much dictate to Davante Adams as of right now. But if it's up to him, it sounds like if Aaron Rodgers is gone, Davante Adams wants the first plane ticket out of there himself as soon as he possibly can.